At 2 p.m. today, Jerome Powell and the Fed come out with their rate hike announcement. Most big banks, along with 95% of the CME group out there, are saying he's going to take a pause and then hit us later. I don't know. I'm part of that 5%, though, that thinks Jerome Powell's going to come at us with another 25 basis point hit. We're also going to talk XRP and XLM price action. Hola, mi amigos and amigas. Now, don't freak out. Heat map is set for a 1 week time period. I just wanted to show you what things look like over a week, and then we're going to flip to our normal daily look. ETH, a big loser, down 7.25. BNB, obviously, 11.5. XRP, the 1 week time period, down only 3.8. ADA, called a security by the SEC, down 21.67%. Filecoin down 16% as well, along with Solana, another one mentioned by the SEC, down 25%. Now let's take a quick look, see how it looks at the 1 day mark, and you could see, okay, it looks a bit better, doesn't it? Except for the fact that you see this big blob right here in the middle, and that's XRP. Huge retracement from the recent movement. We're going to talk about it. Down 8.3% in the last day, hovering just above 50 cents here, 50.9. Did you take profits? Comment down below. All right, so 95%. Yep, we're saying, guess what? He's going to take a pause. FOMC bonds, dollar, inflation decrease, U.S. Fed bet on pause. Ooh, interesting. Wall Street giants remain bullish on crypto and stocks as they correctly estimated historic drops of inflation data for May and June. JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Morgan Stanley, Bloomberg, Barclays, BMO, a whole bunch of banks out there, Wells Fargo as well, actively believe that there is going to be a pause, along with, yes, 95% of the CME group, technically at 94.2. I am part of this 5.8 that says Jerome is going to come at us with a 25. He has said it at speeches before. Guess what? I am bringing us back down. If he does take a pause, what this sets us up for is another juicy CPI report, which then at the next meeting, it's like, whoa, maybe I don't have to do anything at all. That's why everyone right now is excited about this, because if there is a pause right here, that gives us another buffer of time for another CPI report to go out. Speaking of CPI, here's the one that came out yesterday. Down from 4.9 to 4. That's a 0.9 delta. That's big. Now, the previous 2 months where it went from a 5 to a 4.9, that's scary. That's when Jerome says, you know what? Got to hit you with the big meat. But when we start seeing deltas of 0.9 and we went from 6 to 5, those deltas of 0.9, 1.0, that's big. So like I said, you do another one like that where you have a 0.9, maybe a 1.0. Again, shelter housing is not coming down. I'm telling you, private equity groups are keeping it up. They got the cash and they're avoiding high interest rates. But if we can get that one down to 3.0 and Jerome is like, yo, maybe I don't have to do another pause. Hey, maybe we're done right here. But I wanted to share with you what the chart looks like. This is over the 5-year time period. And if we draw it here, these are the 2 points I was telling you about concern-wise. When we move sideways, right here and right here. But the overall trend is very healthy. What we're seeing on the way up is being equally matched to what we're seeing on the way down. Now to move it over into XRP price action. Whoa, what the hell happened? It's profit taking, everyone. I'm telling you, there's just not enough money out there to keep things roaring. It's not like money print or go bird time. It's just not. So these moves that you're seeing now don't have the same steam as they would a couple years ago. Now, what's interesting though about this, and if we zoom in a little bit more, 56.1 is a high, and then all of a sudden you started seeing a lot of profit taking, all the way down to 50.88 where we're sitting right now. So, I mean, big movement. And the actual low for this last candlestick, for this last day, 50.1. So again, north of 50, which is important. Again, that's what we talked about, right? The floor increasing better than what we saw in the September, October, November time period, which was 45. We're still holding above 50. We've had candlesticks where we broke below, but hey, propped right back up. So XRP is still very, very resilient. I just don't know if there's enough oomph for money print or go burr. The other problem, right, with the sell-off yesterday was the Hinman emails were essentially a dud. People were thinking out there, hey, Hinman's released, there's going to be some slam dunk juicy goodiness. Well, if there was, the SEC would have already settled, or the judge already would have ruled on summary judgment way quicker, right, if it was a slam dunk like that. It's what you saw here. People taking profits based on the fact that there wasn't anything big on Hinman, right? Buy the rumor, What everyone? Sell the news. Now, the price action for XLM looks a little different. 9th of June, huge drop on down from 8.9 to 7.9. And we know how it works, right? Trying to break through these barriers, right? Trying to break through that 7 to 8 cents and the 8 to 9 cents, the 9 to 10 cents. It's very big. We've seen it with XRP, right? There's certain parts that it's just really hard to get through. XRP's right now is 50 cents. All right, XLM right now is just above 8 cents. In the last month, not looking good at all price-wise. Took a big, nasty hit from the SEC action against Binance and Coinbase. Now zoom out a little bit more, and you can see, yeah, there were some good moves here. This move that happened at the end of March all the way through April, that was healthy. That got us up to highs of 11.3, but it didn't last. In fact, that 11 cents hit 2 days in a row, and that was it. Then it went down from there. So these windows that people have are very small. And with XRP and XLM, hey, any chance you see people taking profits on runs up, they're just clipping it right back down. You see it time and time again. Difference here, though, is that XLM now is on a downward slope since this late March movement, where when you look at XRP, the downward slope from late March, guess what? We're still on the way up. So two different outcomes right here. So 2 p.m. is the rate hike announcement. 2:30 is when Jerome Powell goes on the mic, and that's usually when the big stuff happens. Hey, I'm part of that 5% that Jerome said, I'm going to get you down to 2. I think he's going to stick to his word. Now, if we are lucky enough to get that pause and we get more juicy CPI data, that sets us up for more green candlesticks in the long run. Join us today at 2 p.m. as we will be live streaming. We'll be going over the rate hike announcement along with Jerome Powell's comments, and we'll be following the crypto market along with some heat map action. And of course, you guys know the chat is going to be lit. I'll catch you all until then, but hey, pay attention, buy the rumor, sell the news. It's the in vogue thing to do in crypto.